Hey everyone, and welcome. Sometimes the most common everyday words are hiding the most amazing secrets. Today, we're going to take one of those words, one you probably use all the time, and crack open a fascinating story hidden right inside its definition. Ready? Let's get into it.
So, what's the word? It's guide. Seems super simple, right? A guide is, well, a guide. But trust me, by digging into this one little word, we're about to stumble upon a whole system for communicating with incredible power and clarity. Okay, so first things first, let's look at the noun. The source material keeps it pretty straightforward. A guide is just something or someone that offers guidance. It could be a person leading a tour, a book you're reading, a sign on the road, basically anything that points you in the right direction. But what's really wild is just how many different things it can be. I mean, think about it. It can be a tour guide, sure, a guidebook, of course, but also a tiny little part inside a machine that directs motion. And get this, the source even mentions a spirit guide speaking through a medium. Now, that's what I call a versatile word. All right, now let's flip it over to the verb. As an action, to guide is to, well, to lead. You could be guiding a ship, guiding a project, supervising someone. It's all about that act of steering or directing. Simple enough, right? So far, so good.
Okay, but here's where things get really interesting. Because buried in the source material for this seemingly normal word, there's this little clue, a hint that points to something way, way bigger.
So yeah, on the surface, it's just a word we use every day. No big deal. But when you look a little closer at the source, there's this one tag, this small kind of mysterious note that totally changes the game. And this is it. Right there in the source, it says, guide is on the Basic English 850 list. Okay, so what in the world is that? The Basic English 850 list? It sounds like some kind of secret code, doesn't it? And that right there is the million-dollar question. This one little phrase is our key. It unlocks this whole other idea, an idea that explains exactly why a simple word like guide is actually so powerful. All right, so let's use that key. Let's unlock this thing. What exactly is Basic English? And what's this mysterious list of 850 words all about? Well, to put it simply, Basic English is a special, stripped-down version of the English language. It's built with a really small core vocabulary. The whole point was to make a language that's super easy for anyone in the world to learn and understand, making communication crystal clear. And here's the kicker. That number, 850, that's the total number of words in the entire system. Just 850 core words. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. Only 850 words are supposed to do all the work of the entire English language, with its hundreds of thousands of words. It's kind of mind-blowing. So let's bring it back to our word of the day, guide. Why on earth did this word make the cut? Why was it chosen to be one of those precious 850? Well, the answer is just a perfect example of what Basic English is all about. Just take a look at this. Instead of needing a whole bunch of different words like steer, navigate, influence, or supervise, Basic English just says, nope, we can use one. And that one word is guide. It can do the job of all those other words. That's the whole idea, right? Getting the most meaning out of the fewest words possible. You see, its real power is how flexible it is. Remember all those definitions we looked at? It doesn't matter if you're talking about steering a car, influencing someone's choice, or supervising a class. The word guide just works. It covers so much ground, which is absolutely essential when you've only got 850 words in your entire toolbox. So, after all this, what's the big takeaway? What's the real lesson hiding inside this simple little word and its place on that special list? It's this. Simplicity is powerful. It's not a weakness, it's a tool. When we choose simple, strong words, our message gets through so much clearer. And it's not about dumbing it down at all. It's about being smart enough to make sure people actually hear what you're saying. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with today. The next time you're writing something up, or even just talking to someone, think about our friend guide and ask yourself, how can I do that? How can I use fewer words to say even more?